So first of all, why don't you just tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Courtyard by Marriott and the 2022 Super Bowl Sleepover Suite at SoFi specifically? That's where you are right now, right?
That is where I am right now. I'm not sure if I'm in heaven or there at the Courtyard Marriott Suite. But yeah, I've teamed up with Courtyard by Marriott. I'm giving the exclusive first look today of the Super Bowl Sleepover Suite, where our lucky winners of the contest are going to be able to sleep here the night before the Super Bowl and be the first individuals to wake up in SoFi Stadium on Super Bowl Sunday. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a dream. The game should be fairly nuts. It's the Bengals and Rams. It's two teams that I don't think most of us expected to be here. Do you have an allegiance for this one? Who are you rolling with?
Man, I respect the heck out of the Bengals for making it this far. And it's just incredible to see what Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor have done with that franchise in a couple of years. But I'm such a diehard Matthew Stafford fan. That's why I'm rooting for the Rams. It's about time for him to experience some well-deserved success. So I'm excited for him, and I hope to see him and my boy Andrew Whitworth bring this trophy home.
Love it. That's what I was going to ask. I know you're a Lions fan. I didn't know if the Matthew Stafford emotions were, conflicting, or if you were just all in on getting him a ring. So I assume you're 100% just happy for the guy.
I'm all in on getting that dude a ring because he brought so much and gave so much to Detroit for so many years, and love my Lions. But he's just, I feel like he is one of the more underrated quarterbacks out there. So I'd love to see that guy take home a ring.
I know that you are a Michigan fan too. I don't know if you have any thoughts on Jim Harbaugh yesterday, sort of doing the backslide and eventually ending up back with the Wolverines.
I was sweating yesterday, Adam, all day. I was just getting texts from people all day being like, man, so who's Michigan going to hire? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And they're like, you get reports? Yeah, I was really worried. Although if he was going to go anywhere, I thought that move to Minnesota would have made sense. But I'm so happy. I'm happy that he's staying because, yeah, we had a great year last year. Didn't end the way that I wanted it to, but some serious progress. So, yeah, I'm happy that he's back.
Good. I'm glad I caught you after he returned and not while we were still sort of waiting.
Yesterday would have been awful.
Yeah, I totally get it. Now you're back in home team with Kevin James, and you also appeared in Grown Ups 2 with him. How many more movies do you plan to do with Kevin James? Are you in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, or is this the start of a endless relationship with Kevin?
I would be so down for that. I would work with Kevin James for the rest of my career if I could. He is just, I've always been such a big fan of his and, his movies. But after working with him on Grown Ups and on this, now I'm even more of a fan because of the human being that he is. It's hard to come by people who are just so genuine and terrific as he is. So that I would love the opportunity to continue working with him for many years to come because he's just wonderful.
And what a wild time for the movie to get released. Sean Payton announcing he's stepping down basically in conjunction with this cycle. What's it been like following the story and promoting the film at the same time? Because I know you and Sean have a pretty big history together, right?
Yeah, we do. But I didn't. Just like everyone else, I was just as surprised. Yes and no. I was actually on a plane to New York City last week to promote the movie, and I was sleeping during the plane ride, and I woke up and I turned over and my fiance was there, and I've turned her into a football monster as well. And I wake up and she's like, "Babe, Sean retired." I was like, "What?" I saw it coming. I didn't see it coming, but as a Saints fan, I'm devastated. As a friend of Sean's, I'm so excited for him and this next chapter, in his life. And who knows? It may not be the last time we see him on a football field. We'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you have any insight there, but what do you suspect right now?
I have zero insight whatsoever, but my gut is I would just guess that he might take a year or two to himself. Who knows? Maybe he'll do some broadcasting. Maybe he'll just, spend time with his wife and his kids. But I think if the right opportunity arose in the next few years, I could definitely see him, jumping on that. So we'll see.
Very cool. So I'm a comedy fan, and I've got you here. I have to ask, you hosted SNL, and you did it at 17 years old, which I find insane. Anytime I get to talk to someone who's hosted the show, I have to dig. What do you remember about that week and that whirlwind?
Oh my gosh, it's hard to even summarize because that was like that entire week went by, by the blink of an eye. I remember the dress rehearsal. You literally do an entire show with a live audience immediately before the actual live show, except you have like 8 or 9 skits during the dress rehearsal. And then you have like 30 minutes in between that dress rehearsal and the live show. And you go into Lorne Michaels' office quick and he's like, okay, we're cutting this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we're stuck with these ones. And it's like, okay. And then I remember, in between the commercial breaks, you literally, you finish a skit and this lovely lady, I forget her name, but she's like the wardrobe lady, and she comes and she grabs you. She's sprinting you down a hall. She throws you into a quick dressing room. She rips all the clothes off your body, throws the new ones on, and you have to do this all in like less than 2 minutes. And it's just absolute insanity. But really a, once in a lifetime experience. And I'm just so lucky and blessed that I was able to do something like that at such a young age. It was such an honor.
I'd love to know just a little bit more about your fitness routine too. I have a buddy who found out I was talking to you today who said you are his fitness inspiration. So I would be remiss if I did not ask, how does your fitness routine survive so much stress, these tough times, and like a Super Bowl party's worth of snacks? Like, how do you eat a Super Bowl party's worth of snacks and then just go back to the lab the next day?
It's the worst, Adam. First of all, I let myself go last year. So the last year I've been trying to shed off those Super Bowl parties and margaritas. But I mean, the fitness regimen for me has changed quite a bit because when I was 17, 18, 19 years old filming, the Twilight movies, and, I had to put on 35 pounds of muscle. So I went from a skinny, scrawny, boy having to put on, pure muscle. That was just eat and consume as many calories as possible. No cardio, just heavy, heavy lifting. And now I turn 30 in a week. And it's unfortunately, it's different these days. Now I have to count my calories, and it's, a mixture of weightlifting with a lot of cardio. So it's not easy, but I'm certainly gonna let myself go on Super Bowl Sunday and just enjoy that day for sure.
Yeah, here. Me too. And then also the rest of the week, probably gonna let myself go too. One last question before I let you go. Tom Brady retired this week. So I've got to ask, when that movie gets made, would you be willing to play Teddy Bruschi in the biopic?
Teddy Bruschi. Absolutely. That would be an honor. I mean, to be a part of the GOAT's legacy in any way, I would jump on that opportunity, even if it's playing Teddy Bruschi. Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for your time, Taylor. Looking forward to Super Bowl Sunday.
Of course. Thanks, Adam. Enjoy it.